We're late into 2020, which means almost all Android OEMs have released their latest hardware, including Google. If you're a Pixel enthusiast looking and sizing up the latest lineup, you're probably wondering which 2020 Pixel is the right device for me. We've compared each phone directly before, but what about the entire lineup? Well, let's get into it. Thanks for watching 9to5 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. As simple as it might have been in previous years, Google decided to confuse matters in 2020 with a trio of handsets aimed at different subsections of the Pixel fanbase and wider smartphone market. There's the affordable Pixel 4a, which leverages all of what makes the Pixel series so popular with a sub $400 entry price. Then there's the flagship Pixel 5, a device that takes a few steps back over last year's Pixel 4, but adds a few notable improvements without ballooning the price tag too much. And finally, there is the Pixel 4a 5G, which straddles the Pixel 4a's affordability while offering a taster of the Pixel 5 experience. From the outset, it's a confusing mix of hardware that understandably might leave you scratching your head as to which device is right for you. As we have mentioned, we have already done some extensive comparisons directly between previous Pixel generations, the specifications, internals and more, which might help you decide which is right for you, so if you have a chance, do go check them out. As we noted, there are three distinct sizes of a 2020 Pixel device to choose from this time around. Each has its own series of things to consider too. You'll need to decide whether you want a small phone, a smallish phone, or a big phone. While there is no XL model this year for either Pixel 4a or 5 series, the 4a 5G manages to fill in that gap for 2020 quite nicely by straddling the two series. For those wanting a small phone, you've got the Pixel 4a, while the Pixel 5 is catered towards the medium end of the spectrum. Alongside the physical display size, you'll need to decide if you're content with 60Hz or want a super smooth 90Hz on your display. As a premium feature, only the display on the Pixel 5 comes with that smooth display option, which might prove to be a big deal if you're an ardent gamer. All displays though are still Full HD Plus rated, which means it boils down to this refresh rate. In reality though, the difference between 60 and 90Hz is not quite as pronounced as between that of say 60 and 120Hz. You'll likely notice slightly smoother animations and scrolling benefits, but gaming frame rates are where it seemingly makes the most difference on mobile, as it does on PC. The overall Pixel software experience remains the same though, just ever so slightly smoother across all facets of the OS. 5G is supposed to be the great equalizer for smartphones throughout 2021, and we've already seen the effects here in 2020 with prices burgeoning due to the associated 5G tax. Future-proofing is a very sensible thing to do with any smartphone, especially if you plan on keeping it for the long term. The Pixel 4a does not actually include 5G connectivity, so it will rely on access to the abundant 4G networks that litter the planet. For those that live in more dense urban areas, the Pixel 4a 5G and Pixel 5 will undoubtedly offer faster connection speeds in the coming months and years as 5G networks are built out. Playing online games, and with Stadia being a prominent game streaming option, 5G may prove helpful for a consistent experience with AAA titles on your smartphone and faster downloads across the board. Just how much of a priority do you place on getting wider points of view in your photos and videos? Well, there are only currently 3 Google Pixel devices that include a dual camera setup, with only the 2020 Pixel 4a 5G and Pixel 5 including an ultra wide angle lens. We have mentioned previously that the Pixel 4a can achieve the wide angle effect by using the Photosphere extra camera mode. However, this doesn't necessarily provide the same effective field of view that the ultra-wide-angle lens offers on the larger 2020 Pixel models. That said, the main camera setup on the Pixel 4a, 4a 5G and Pixel 5 is the same at the standard focal length. There is only one late 2020 Pixel model that comes with Qi wireless charging, and that is the Pixel 5. Google's insistence on sticking with 18-watt wide charging is also an odd one, but it's still plenty fast and plays nicely with most of the existing chargers you'll have lying around. If you want to get rid of some wires and are able to access reverse wireless charging for your accessories, then it's probably the Pixel 5 or bust. The wired cable speeds though do remain the same no matter which device you do happen to choose though. The Pixel 5 may have the most extras of the entire 2020 Pixel series, but it does have one notable omission, a 3.5mm headphone jack. Only the affordably focused Pixel 4a and Pixel 4a 5G come with the ability to plug in a 3.5mm audio cable out of the box. To use any existing wired headphones or hooker-based stereo system, then you'll need to use a dongle or Bluetooth with the Pixel 5. This might not be a big deal, as affordable Bluetooth earbuds are now getting better year on year, plus the Pixel Buds are a pretty fantastic companion no matter which Pixel you use. While the lack of a 3.5mm headphone jack on the Pixel 5 is one to be lamented by many, it's used as a reason to include an IP68 water and dust resistance rating on the 2020 flagship Pixel. Unfortunately, neither the Pixel 4a or 4a 5G come with an official IP rating. That means you need to be extra careful in or around bodies of water, no matter how deep or shallow. While prices of most smartphones exist in a constant state of flux courtesy of sales, rebates and limited time deals, the 2020 Pixel series has a pretty consistent price structure which makes it easy to understand. The budget Pixel 4a has an RRP of $349 or £349, while the Pixel 4a 5G is priced at $499 or £499. The premium Pixel 5 comes in at £599 here in the UK, but due to millimeter wave connectivity, it jumps up to $699 in the US. You'll have to determine whether you're happy to go without certain hardware if you're having a hard time deciding between the lineup. Deals and sales are plentiful on the entire series though, while the pricing means that all devices are far more accessible than in years previous. So taking into account all of the points we've discussed, we're sorry, but we can't actually make the decision for you. In most cases though, we think the Pixel 4a 5G actually offers the best of both 2020 Pixel series worlds: reasonably solid Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G chipset, dual camera setup, 5G connectivity, large display, good battery, and it all comes in at under $500. The Pixel 5 in the US is probably around $50 to $100 overpriced, but it's still fantastic even with some compromises. Whereas the Pixel 4a is a pocket rocket with that excellent Pixel experience without the associated price tag. Overall, we're sure you'll be happy no matter which device you do choose, but if you have already picked one up, be sure to let us know down there in the comment section which you chose and why. But until next time, this is Damien with 9to5 Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.